Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be testing out the new Butterfly collection from Colourpop. I recently did a little unboxing on my Instagram and I got so many requests to do a YouTube video trying out the products and do like a first impression style review. So that's what I'll be doing in today's video. So if you're ready to see the collection, why don't we go ahead and get started. So getting started, I do have here the entire Butterfly collection. Colourpop did send this over to me, so I'm going to be testing it out in today's video. You guys know my reviews are always honest, so this is going to be kind of like a first impression style review, and I'll just be trying out all the products. I'll do some swatches. We'll talk about some prices as well. So to run through all of the products in the collection, we do have 4 new Super Shock shadows. This is what Colourpop I feel like is known for, is their Super Shock shadows. That's what got me into Colourpop so long ago. So they have 4 new shades of those. Those are going to be $6 each. I'll go ahead and swatch all 4 of the shades. The packaging in this collection is so fun. I love the butterflies, the purple. I just feel like it's perfect. Kind of reminds me of spring a little bit more than like a winter release, but I feel like since Colourpop releases so much and there's like a new collection every single week, I feel like they don't really coordinate very well with the like months that it is. They just kind of like give us new collections all the time. I just love purples. I've been really into them lately. I've been doing a lot of purple looks on my Instagram, so I was really excited about this collection. So the packaging on the Super Shocks has a little butterfly here. It also has like a purple glitter to it. And the shades that we have are all swatched right here. These are so foiled. If you've never tried this formula, it's such a pretty formula. So the first one I have swatched right here is Like a Butterfly. Then we have Ringlet right here, which is that really pretty purple shade. We have Mighty Morphin right here, which is this really pretty gold. And then the last one for like this pinky champagne right here is Flying Circus. So those are all 4 of the shades of the Super Shock shadows. These are $6 each, available on the Colourpop website. This collection is available now. Okay, and then next in the collection, we also have 2 different Jelly Much eyeshadows. If you haven't tried this formula before, it's kind of almost like a putty-like gel formula. They recently have it in like these small little containers. It used to come in like larger ones, but we have 2 different shades a part of that collection. I would describe this as like a Super Shock, but way more intense. These ones are a lot more pigmented. You do have to keep the tops that they come with on them. I've noticed myself, because if you don't, then they do tend to dry out a little. You definitely want them to stay like a wet formula. So here are the 2 different shades in that. So the shades on those are Buttercup, which is the white one, and then we also have Bouquet, this one here, and these retail for $8 each. Okay, and then of course we have the eyeshadow palette, which I know is what most people are excited for. This is the Flutter by eyeshadow palette. This is one of their 12-pan palettes. I feel like this is what Colourpop is kind of known for nowadays, is these 12-pan palettes and also their 9-pan palettes. So here is the inside of it. I really like this one because it has a lot of cool tones in here, which Colourpop doesn't do all too often, which I do appreciate. I love the packaging. I think it's so cute. Here are the swatches of all 12 of the shades from the Flutter by palette. They look absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to try this one out on the eyes. I think the swatches look so pretty. The palette does retail for the $18, and then the next item in the launch is actually this lipstick set. So this is the Come Fly With Me Lux Lipstick set. So inside of here you actually get 5 different Lux lipsticks. I think the packaging, again, super cute on this one. These are full-size lipsticks that you're getting in this package. I think I said package. You're getting full-size lipsticks, which is nice, so they're not minis. These are full-size. I'll go ahead and swatch all of the shades for you. All right, so here are the swatches. This bundle is $34 total for all 5 of the lipsticks. You can also purchase these ones separately at $7.50 each. So these are their Velvet Blur formula. I'm gonna go through and run through them. So starting at the bottom, this one here is the shade Oasis. Then we have Slow Dance up next, Come On Clover, Virgo Moon, and then the last one is Bloom to Bloom. Again, you can get them in the bundle for the $34, or you can purchase them separately. Okay, and then the last product a part of this collection is this highlight. So this is called their Fly by Pixi Puff Highlighter. This retails for $18. I'm not a huge fan of these. They have like the puff in here. I just feel like I just personally am not someone who like uses this all over my body. So for me, it's just kind of big packaging for like a highlight. But here is a swatch of it. It does look really pretty. I am gonna try it out on the face. It does look quite glittery, but we're gonna try it out and see how it looks. But that is the entire collection. You can also purchase it as a bundle. I believe it's $90 for the bundle. I'll have it linked down below if you guys wanna check out any of the pieces. But why don't we go ahead and get started testing them out. So I am first gonna start with my eyes. We'll do the Flutter by eyeshadow palette. And I'm actually gonna just apply some of this undercover concealer. This is from CoverGirl. I've been loving this as my base. So the only thing I don't love about these is they don't have a mirror. That's like one of my cons with the 12 pan palettes. As much as I love them, they just don't have a mirror, and I kind of wish they do. I like that the 9 pan palettes do have the mirrors, but I'm just gonna use this one here that I did for bronzer. So I just go ahead and blend this out with my sponge. I have lash extensions right now, and I'm still trying to get used to like having them. I feel like it's really hard to get near like your actual lash band here when you have the lash extensions. I think it's something I just have to get used to. I just wanted them for when the baby came so that I could look a little more put together. So I'm probably gonna get them out after that. I do like them, but I just think they're just not ideal for as much makeup as I do apply. Okay, so now that I've got that on, I'm actually not gonna set it. I'm just gonna go straight in with the shadows. So I'm gonna be using my Doll 10 brushes. You guys know I have a collaboration with Doll 10, or if you didn't know, I'll have them linked down below in the description box where you can purchase them. So up first, I'm gonna go in with the shade Lush, this one down here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and use this one as my first shade. So I'm just gonna tap this and then begin to blend it. I like using a bigger brush like this when I go in with the first shadow, just because it also does a nice job of just like setting my base, but also I can cover so much of my lid space and I like it really blown out. So like I said, I'm kind of just gonna work this all over my entire lid. So this shade is pretty close to my natural like eye color, so it's kind of just giving us a little something, but nothing crazy. So now I'm gonna go in with the shade Made to Last, which is just a little bit deeper than the shade I just put down. I am gonna use a little bit of a smaller brush, tap it off, and I'm gonna begin to work this shade into my crease. So I am gonna create a little bit more depth. I'm gonna go in with Cha-Cha Changes, this one here, and we're just gonna add this one to like our outer V. And I'm just gonna pop this one on and then begin to blend it in. To further deepen that just a little bit more, I'm gonna go into Angel Baby right here. This one's kind of a little bit more of a burgundy shade. Same brush, I'm just gonna do the same thing, kind of tap it on the outer corner and then slowly begin to blend it in. So now that we've got the mattes done, I pretty much used most of the mattes in the palette. I did dip into this one here a little bit as well. This one is called Float On. I use that one a little bit on the outer edge just to further deepen it a tiny, tiny bit. So now we're gonna move on to the shimmer shades, and I think I wanna use one of the shimmers from the palette, but then I'm also gonna use a Super Shock as well. So I'm gonna go into the shade Sunflare. This one right here, it's a really gorgeous like purpley shade. I'm gonna use that one just all over the lid, and I'm just going to use this flat like synthetic brush right here. And with Colourpop shadows, you can apply a damp brush, like you can use some Fix Plus with them if you want to, but I find that they're pretty pigmented normally on their own as well. And since I'm gonna go in with a Super Shock, I'm actually not gonna spray my brush. It would make it a lot more foiled if I did, but with the Super Shock I'm gonna put over it, it's really just gonna kind of make it beaming anyways. So I'm just gonna kind of put this halfway on the lid. Okay, so that is that all over the lid. Now I'm gonna go in with the Super Shock. I'm gonna use the Flying Circus, which this one was like a little bit of a purple flex to this one. And I'm gonna use this one all over the lid. Now with the Super Shocks, I prefer them with my finger. I feel like that's just how they apply best. So I'm just actually gonna put this right on top of the other shade. And again, just using my finger, I'm just gonna kind of pat it on. Do you see how much foiled like this one looks and this one? These Super Shocks just have such a pretty texture to them. They're just one of my favorite shadows. They've been one of my favorites for so, so long. So now for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with the Jelly Much shadow. This one is in Buttercup. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of this to my brush, and I'm gonna use this one for an inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna right here in the inner corner, place this down just for an extra little pop right there. You see how bright that is? Really. And then just for lower lash to finish it up, I'm pretty much just gonna go in with all of these same matte shades that I did when I first started. So kind of just build those up and really just blow them out. Okay, so now that our eyes are pretty much done, I just went ahead and added some lower lash mascara. We are gonna go in with the highlights. So this is the Flyby Pixi highlighter. And I'm not gonna apply this in my body because I don't really have much room here with what I have on, but I am gonna apply it just as a highlight so we can see what it looks like if you were to use it just as a regular highlight. So I'm not gonna use the puff, I'm actually just gonna use a highlighting brush. Here's what the inside looks like. You have like a little sifter in there. So for this, I am gonna use just this fan brush. This one is from Stilazzi. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the product here, kind of tap it off, and apply this to the high points of the cheeks just to see. I feel like it definitely gave us a little bit of something. It's not too intense, so let's add a little more. It definitely has a lot of glitter in it, which I don't always love in my highlights. I just feel like they really emphasize texture. But if you were to use this, I feel like more as a body highlight, then it would be okay. But we're just gonna go ahead and apply this kind of all over where I would normally highlight. But again, yeah, you can see like how much glitter is just on my face. I don't know if I love this, and again, I don't really love this type of product anyways. Lastly, to finish off the look, I think I'm gonna use one of the Lux lipsticks. So I'm just gonna use the Bloom to Bloom shade. I think I am gonna use it with a lip liner though, because I don't love like a good matte lipstick without a lip liner. So I am gonna just apply a lip liner really quickly, and then I'll show you guys what the shade looks like on the lips. So the one that I used was just the Nice and Spicy from MAC, and then now we're just gonna go ahead and apply the Lux lipstick. I've always said how much this formula is a dupe for the Powder Kiss lipsticks from MAC. If you've tried those and you really like those and then you're looking for something that's more affordable, I think that these ones are so similar to them, if not like literally the same product for a fraction of the cost. All right, so here we have our finished look using the Butterfly Collection. So to kind of just get into my thoughts on it all, I really did like the eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, I normally love these palettes. I think that the quality of them is really, really nice. I love the eye look that I did come up with. It was really simple to do, really easy to do. I liked the Super Shock shadow that I used. I thought it was nice. The Jelly Much, like I said, isn't my favorite formula of eyeshadow. I feel like I could do without it. It did look pretty for the inner corner, but it's just kind of more of a finicky formula to use. I feel like you really have to make sure that you have that cap on there so it doesn't dry out. So those aren't my favorites. I didn't really love the highlighter as well, at least as like a face highlight. I feel like it's very glittery on my skin. I'd have to try it out on the body. I'm sure it would be pretty on the body. So if you're looking for a new body highlight, then you might like this one. But the lipstick bundle I thought was really nice. I like the color selection in that one. I love this lip right here. I think it's really pretty. Let me know what you guys think of this collection down below. Are you planning on picking up anything from it? I will have all of the products, like I said, linked down in the description box for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.